I've just received information from trusted, closed friends and insiders that absolutely needs your attention. Something huge is happening in US immigration, and it's not just rumors or speculation. This is coming directly from people I trust who are very close to the implementation of these policies. Congress has just approved a major immigration reform, and buried inside this sweeping decision is a critical review of birthright citizenship rules. That's right, the principle that has guaranteed U.S. citizenship to every child born on American soil is suddenly being scrutinized at the highest levels, and the changes could be implemented sooner than most people expect. I know this sounds shocking, but before panic spreads, let me explain exactly what's happening, why it matters, and how I've already helped someone I personally know navigate the challenges this creates. Here's the full story. I have a very close friend, someone I've known for years, who is an immigrant living legally in the US. He recently faced a serious visa complication because of ongoing administrative updates related to immigration. Normally, situations like these can be stressful, but with the insider information I received from my close network, I was able to identify the exact steps he needed to secure his status and avoid what could have been weeks or even months of uncertainty. This is not hypothetical. This is a real-life scenario that shows exactly how knowledge and preparation can turn what seems like a crisis into a manageable situation. And that's why I want to share this with all of you today, so you understand the truth behind the headlines and, more importantly, so you know exactly how to act if you or someone you care about is affected. Let's break down what Congress has approved. The reform package is being marketed as a way to modernize U.S. immigration, streamline processes, and improve administrative clarity. But the part that's grabbing national attention is the critical review of birthright citizenship. For decades, the principle has been straightforward. Any child born on U.S. soil is automatically a citizen, regardless of their parents' immigration status. This is enshrined in the 14th Amendment and has been largely uncontested in courts. But now, lawmakers are authorizing a review that could clarify, redefine, or adjust how this is interpreted for future cases. I want to stress this. Existing citizenship is not being taken away, but this review has massive potential to influence the future. Here's what makes this so urgent. My friend's situation mirrors what many families might face in the coming months. His visa renewal process suddenly got flagged due to minor administrative inconsistencies that were previously overlooked. Without the insider information I had from trusted sources, he might have spent weeks in limbo, unsure of whether his status would be approved or delayed. But with the correct steps, which I'm going to explain in this video, we were able to resolve his issue quickly and securely, ensuring that he stayed fully compliant with all new regulations that are part of this reform. This is why I'm sharing this with you, because knowledge is power, and even if you're not directly affected yet, understanding what's coming could save you or someone you know from serious trouble. Now, what does this mean for the general public and for families across the US? First, it's critical to understand that this review does not retroactively revoke citizenship. Children who are currently citizens remain citizens. What it does is authorize further legal analysis, agency-level clarifications, and potential new interpretations that could affect births in the future. For parents, immigrants, and visa holders, this means being proactive about documentation, understanding how the review process works, and being ready to respond if new guidance is issued. From my conversation with insiders, one thing is very clear. The government is focused on clarity, enforcement consistency, and administrative oversight. They want to ensure that agencies are aligned, definitions are precise, and irregularities are minimized. Supporters of this move argue that it will reduce loopholes and create a more predictable immigration system. Critics, however, are concerned that even opening the door to a review of birthright citizenship could destabilize long-standing constitutional protections and create anxiety among families who have relied on this principle for generations. And yes, the emotional impact is real. I've seen it firsthand with my friend, who was almost paralyzed by uncertainty until we acted quickly. Here's the practical takeaway for anyone watching. First, don't panic. Panic leads to mistakes, missed deadlines, and unnecessary stress. Second, stay informed from credible sources, not social media speculation. Third, keep meticulous records of all immigration documents, including visas, work permits, and birth certificates. Fourth, if you encounter any issues or receive notices flagged by agencies, consult with a qualified immigration attorney immediately. That's exactly what we did for my friend, and it made all the difference. We were able to anticipate potential roadblocks, gather necessary documentation, and ensure that his application moved forward without complications. Let's talk about why this is a newsworthy moment for everyone, not just those currently on visas or seeking citizenship. Immigration reform affects millions of people, directly and indirectly. From economic planning to family decisions, schooling, and long-term residency, the implications ripple far beyond individual cases. This reform is essentially the first step in a chain reaction. New legislation leads to agency rules. Rules lead to audits and reviews. Reviews may lead to court challenges, and court outcomes then influence future legislation. The approval of this reform signals that we are entering a new phase in immigration policy, one where birthright citizenship could face significant reinterpretation over time. Here's the inside scoop I want you to pay attention to. Based on the trusted sources I spoke with, agencies are already preparing internal guidelines for how to handle cases affected by this review. This includes enhanced document verification, additional background checks, and potentially longer processing times. While this may sound intimidating, it is not automatic denial. It is, however, a strong signal that being organized and proactive is more important than ever. Families who prepare, understand their rights, and stay informed will navigate this smoothly, while those who ignore these changes may face stress and delays. Politically, the timing of this reform is also strategic. Immigration consistently ranks as one of the most politically sensitive topics in the U.S., and birthright citizenship has been a flashpoint for debate. By approving a review now, Congress is signaling responsiveness to voter concerns while also laying the groundwork for careful, controlled changes. This is why I emphasize the insider aspect. Having trusted sources gives you an edge because you understand not just what was approved, but also how it's being implemented behind the scenes. Now, let me go back to my friend's situation, because this illustrates exactly how real this is. When his visa renewal was flagged, most people would have panicked, waited weeks, and possibly made mistakes that could have delayed the process further. Instead, I used the insights I had from my close network to identify the exact documentation and legal references required, and we prepared everything before the agency even asked. Within a few weeks, his status was confirmed, and he remained fully compliant with all rules under the new reform. This is why I'm sharing this video with all of you. Knowledge plus action prevents crises. And I want everyone watching to understand that even though these reforms are complex and sometimes overwhelming, there are concrete steps you can take today to stay safe and ahead. For viewers wondering what to do immediately, here's a simple action plan based on insider knowledge and experience. Keep all documents updated. Stay in touch with your legal counsel. Verify information from official government sources. And if you see any notice that seems confusing or unusual, act immediately instead of waiting. Don't let fear guide your decisions. Let strategy and facts guide your actions. That's exactly how we managed my friend's case successfully. Finally, the bottom line is this. Congress has approved major immigration reform. Birthright citizenship is under critical review, and while this may sound alarming, there is no immediate threat to existing citizenship rights. The real message here is to stay informed, stay prepared, and act strategically. By understanding the law, using insider insight where available, and following proven steps, you can navigate this evolving landscape safely. My goal with this video is to give you clarity, actionable advice, and the reassurance that even in moments of uncertainty, there are ways to protect yourself and your family. If you found this information valuable, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. This is just the beginning of a story that will continue to unfold over the coming months, and I'll be bringing you updates from my trusted sources as soon as they happen. Remember, staying informed and prepared is more powerful than fear, and this is your chance to understand the truth behind the headlines before it affects you directly.